How can customers' in-person purchases be reflected in my online stock? Hi, this is Eliot from Workload. In this video, we'll be building a little bit more complicated of a workflow. We're going to start with a new purchase from Zettle. Then we're going to use some of our tools by Workload in order to change the quantity of a stock reflected in Squarespace. Alright, let's make a workflow. So we're going to start, as always, at the Workload editor, and we'll give our workflow a title. So this is going to be Zettle to Squarespace. And we're going to click inside of our trigger box to select our triggering app, which is going to be Zettle. And the event is going to be a new purchase. Click continue. Make sure we're connected to our Zettle account. And we're going to test our trigger. We have successfully found a purchase. So if I look down at this purchase that we found, you can see the name of the item being purchased is this black dog race tee extra large. So we're going to keep that in mind as we keep building our workflow. So I'm going to click continue. Now for my first action is going to be in Squarespace, but we're not going to be able to adjust the stock quantities yet. First, we want to retrieve all inventory. Make sure we're connected to Squarespace. We're going to test this action. So you can see one of the items within our inventory on Squarespace has that same name as its descriptor. It's also the same name as the SKU. So that's something I had to set up. If I look over at my Squarespace site, I have a few different products here, and Squarespace has given them these unique SKUs. But in order for my workflow to work, the SKU has to match exactly to the name of the product as it's being sold on Zettle. So I use that not just for the product name, but also as the SKU. And you would have to do that within your Squarespace site and make sure the SKUs of the products match exactly to the name of the item as they're sold through Zettle. So then I can come back over to the Workload editor. I can click continue here. And now we're going to start using some of our tools by Workload. We're going to add a step, and we're going to use one of our tools. And our first tool that we're going to use is the AI Formatter by Workload. We're going to format the data. We're going to click inside the input box, and we're going to choose the step 1 from Zettle, and we're going to choose the entire output as the input for this formatter. And I'm going to paste in a prompt. Pull out product SKU as a separate response. So we're going to click continue, and we're going to test this action. So now it found that product SKU, which was the same name as the item being purchased in Zettle. So I'm going to click continue. I'm going to add another step. This is also going to be a tool. This time we're going to use an array function, and the event is going to be search array items. Click continue. The source array to search items inside is going to come from Squarespace, and it's going to be the entire inventory. And we're going to search for the key SKU. And the search value is going to come from that previous step, step 3, that product SKU of our item. Now we're going to click continue, and we're going to test that action. And now we found that specific item within Squarespace. We're going to click continue. We're going to add one last step, and this is going to be in Squarespace. And our action is going to be adjust stock quantities. Make sure we're connected to Squarespace. We want to decrease the inventory. So whenever there's a purchase made through Zettle of a specific item, that will be reflected by the number of those items available on Squarespace decreasing. The variant that we're going to use is going to come from that step 4. So it's going to be a custom variant, and it's going to be the variant ID that came from that search we just made. And we want to subtract 1 from our stock. So every time there's a purchase of that item, it's going to subtract 1 from our total stock. I'm going to click continue, and we're going to test the action. We have a success. So I'm going to click continue here. We can come back over to our products, and you can see there's 49 in stock of the dog race tee. And when I reload this, so now you can see our black dog racing tee extra large, the stock number has gone from 49 down to 48. So you can come back over to the workload editor, and I can check and make sure that all of my nodes have a green dot in the corner. And so that means our workflow is set up correctly. And then we can activate our workflow. And now, every time a new purchase is made in Zettle, all of the information will be interpreted through our workload tools in order to adjust the stock quantity in Squarespace. That's how you can use the power of Workload to integrate a new purchase in Zettle with updating the quantity of a product in Squarespace. Please join the Workload community by commenting on this post. You can also like this video and click here to subscribe to our channel, or click here to get more content from Workload about how to make your business practices flow more smoothly. And I'll see you next time.